Blocking can be a blessing in disguise. Hello there. Thank you once again for joining me on Love Advice TV. Love Advice TV is a channel uniquely designed for you to assist you in navigating through any relationship challenges. I'm Coach Abby. Today we are going to talk about a subject that is often misunderstood and seldom related to as a blessing in disguise. But stay with me. Let me make some sense of it all. Blocked. Oh my gosh, everybody hates that word. Whether you were blocked or whether you are doing the blocking, the word itself feels so final, so heartless. But here's a reframe that might surprise you. Blocking can be a blessing in disguise. Let me explain why. If you were blocked, first of all, take that breath. Oh my God, I know it can feel like the door has been slammed shut, like you've been erased, like your voice no longer matters. But blocking isn't always a personal rejection. More often than not, it's a defensive move, not a definitive one. Sometimes people block to avoid being emotionally overwhelmed. They prevent themselves from reaching out impulsively. It allows them to reclaim emotional control in the only way they know how. They create space to heal. And yes, sometimes it's meant to create mystery and provoke a reaction. But here's what's important. If someone blocked you, they are telling you without words one thing that's very important. They simply are not emotionally available at this time. Not forever, but right now. And that's actually a gift to you. It's a blessing. Why is it a blessing? Because now you're no longer stuck in that limbo. Should I call? Should I not call? Should I do? Should I? No, none of that. Now you can shift focus off of their page and back onto your power. Now I know it's painful, but it's a permission to stop performing. So many people ask me, but Coach Abby, will I ruin my chances if I block my ex? And I say this, if you need to block them to protect your peace, do it. Blocking is not childish. It's not petty. It's a boundary. If watching their stories is ruining your mood, if their late night likes and breadcrumb texts keep resetting your healing, then blocking is self-respect in a digital form. You don't owe access to your presence just because you once gave them your heart. And that's important. You need to find that inner peace, reframing the block from panic to power. That's the goal. So in order to do this, let me give you some powerful reframes if you're struggling with the idea of blocking or being blocked. Instead of thinking they don't want me anymore, why not say they're just not emotionally available right now? Or if I block them, they'll move on. Why not think they are not always here anyways? What difference does it make if I block them? They might not even notice they're not here. Whichever way the blocking takes place, what it does, it removes confusion for a bit so you can focus on clarity. Remember, maturity is protecting your energy. It's not about playing digital games. And yes, sometimes the best reconnections are born from clean, full separation. Think of it like, pruning a tree. When you cut away dead branches, the tree doesn't die, it gets stronger. More sunlight, more space, more breath. So whether you've been blocked or you're the one choosing to hit that button, let it be part of your, let's call it spiritual pruning. I, for one, find healing through disconnection. It allows me to regroup, regather my thoughts. Let it clear emotional clutter. Let it direct and redirect your focus. And let it return back to you, to your goals, your needs. It starts from within. Because once you're back in your center, everything becomes easier to attract, including your ex. At times, we may find ourselves needing guidance on whether to block or unblock or stay silent. Now, this part can feel a little murky. You might be asking, Abby, should I unblock them to show I'm over it then? Should I keep the block to protect myself? Will unblocking reopen the door or just the wound? You know, it's normal to go ahead and have all these questions over and over circling in our mind. But what you may want to do is to always pause and think, how do I feel now that I've been, that I've blocked that person, that I am not directing myself to reach out or checking their social media or doing whatever it is. And sometimes it's not that black and white. Sometimes we're like sort of not sure and we're anxious just on the thought itself. I suggest if this is where you're at this point, you may consider booking a one-on-one session with me. I'll help you look at your specific case because every relationship is unique. And identify what phase of the emotional cycle you're in and whether your energy is best served by disconnection, by silence, or perhaps a gentle reentry. And as if the block to or not block questions were enough, trust me, here's something else that I always feel that we should talk about when we're referring to blocking. Sometimes blocking, what it does, it can reset the balance of the emotional power, because sometimes blocking creates a new dynamic. Here you're not that predictable anymore because it breaks that pattern of you being waiting. So if your ex is used to you watching their stories, liking their posts, or responding every time they reach out, and suddenly you're gone, it disrupts that emotional rhythm. And that interruption is not punishment. It's power. It's magnetic. It's the silence that makes them look inward. It's that space that lets curiosity re-enter. And then they start asking themselves, wow, did she block me because maybe she has someone else? Is he blocking me because he is, trying to punish me? Whatever it might be, we bring clarity and curiosity at the same time. And when done intentionally, not out of anger or pettiness, blocking can signal I respect myself enough to walk away from what doesn't respect me. And that, my friend, is irresistible. Now, should you unblock them later on? Maybe. Probably would say yes, but only if you've done your work. And that, what I mean by that, you see, it's not about if they've done the work. It's if you've done the work. And that's when you're no longer emotionally dependent on what they do next. And only if it aligns with your values and not your fears. So how do you measure if it aligns with your values? I like to ask myself, am I unblocking to create space or because I'm lonely? Think about it. Am I grounded enough to stay centered no matter what I see? All of a sudden we get on social media and we might see something that might bother us. Would it cripple us? Or can we move on? Can we accept it? Is this part of a broader healing plan? Or is it just a reflex? If you're not sure, again, let me remind you, just take the complimentary questionnaire. It's linked below. It will help you assess where your heart, mind, and energy stand, and what next move is truly aligned with your highest self. Now, I know how blocking can feel harsh in the moment, but it's often the divine interruption your heart needs to remember its worth. It's a line in the sand, a reset, a declaration. I am not available for emotional chaos. It's a declaration. Let's say it again. I am not available for emotional chaos. I am available, though, for clarity, for peace, and for love. Those three emotions feel safe. So whether you're blocked or blocking or tempted to break the silence, know this. Your power doesn't come from being seen. Your power only comes from being centered. Whether you're blocked, whether you're unblocked, whether you're silent, whether you're opening up, stay centered. And when your energy is clean, focused and intentional, they will feel it, even through a screen they can't see you on. So once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If this message landed for you, if you feel stronger, clearer, or more grounded after hearing this, I would love to hear from you in the comments sections below. Your comments are so important to me because it allows me to see where you are and what I need to bring to light more to allow you to get some clarity. You know, this is how we make these videos. This is what we do. It's based on the comments that we receive, the many thousands of comments. So as always, please don't forget to like and to subscribe for more videos on personal growth, on emotional detox, and building irresistible energy after heartbreak, blocked or unblocked. Remember, we are here for you. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.